Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am joined once again by Suvi Honkanen.
Hello.
We love her. She's back. Today we're doing something which I think you guys would love to hear, especially from two people who've been at the Vaganova, and that is a day in the life at the Vaganova Academy, especially because we shared a little alcove in the dormitory. So what I mean by that is there was a door from the hallway that came into this little separate little hallway area where there was like a coat hanger and a little wardrobe area. There was the bathroom, the shower, and then our two rooms. And I was in one room and Suvi was in the other. And we actually had our own rooms.
Yeah.
So firstly, that was like a privilege.
Yes.
Because
shared rooms.
Most people shared, but we were lucky. I also think there just weren't that many of us at that point.
Yeah. I shared a room at first, but then first an Italian girl and then a Polish girl. Both of them
Polish
left.
was Susanna?
Yeah.
That's
both
right.
of them left and then I was left. I pushed the two beds together and I was like,
when you push the two beds together, I mean, it's amazing. Yeah. I was in Keenan's old room and that was actually a slightly smaller room.
Yeah.
But it was just, I really liked it because it was definitely like a single room.
Yeah.
So there's no chance ever of someone taking it. And it was next to the kitchen. Mm-hmm.
Good spot.
Yeah, easy access.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go through the day.
All right. What did we do? How was it? What did it smell like? What did it feel like? All the questions.
Yeah, all of those questions answered.
Yes.
That's what we're here for.
Yes.
What time did you get up? We had class at 11?
Yes.
Was it like obscure? Was it like 11:15? I think it was like 11:15
it was
till like
something-
12:45.
Yeah.
What time did you get up?
I got up pretty early.
Me too.
I had Russian class before that.
Right.
When I got there, you weren't taking Russian class anymore. So I think our Russian class started. It started so that I remember I was always in a hurry to.
I think it was at 9.
Yeah, I was always in a hurry to come to warm up and be at least a little warm for class.
Yeah.
So I probably got up around 8.
Okay.
It feels like I got up earlier, but probably
I
not.
feel like I got up around 8:30 or 8:15 because I had a really like full-on routine going on.
You did.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah. Well, I woke up and as I think I washed my face, brushed my teeth, called
That's
my
the
mom.
first thing you did.
Called my mom, yeah.
Yeah.
Then put on, leotard tights, all that stuff. Put everything in my bag. Then I went to make some coffee. And I think what I did was I took the coffee with me to go. And then I walked down to the place where the Russian class was, which was basically like a bunker basement situation.
Was that in our dorm or did you go somewhere?
No, I had to go somewhere.
All right.
Like same building. I didn't go outside anywhere, but it felt like a long walk.
Yeah.
And then I had my coffee there.
That's
like
nice
this.
she let you have your coffee there.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah. So your Russian class actually must have been quite late because if it was like 10 to 11.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you only showed up like 15 minutes before.
Right. And I came running from Russian class.
Okay, so first of all, obviously I'm going to go back to my routine, but that would stress me out like anything.
Yeah.
Like my routine was completely different to yours.
Yeah.
Yours actually sounds quite nice, like quite chill. Mine was like...
Tell us about your routine.
Okay, maybe you don't know some of this, but I woke up probably around 8:30. I was in the dark, right?
Right.
And I didn't like to put the lights on, like when I first wake up. I just like to wake up slowly.
Yep.
I don't like, boom, lights on. That's just too aggressive for me.
Yeah.
So this is going to sound really weird. Really weird. So I would go and like wash my face and do all that.
Like in the darkness?
Yeah. So I'm going out, washing my face like in the darkness and stuff. Yeah. Because again, I just don't want to wake up yet.
Right.
Turn the shower on.
Right. Make it boiling hot.
Boiling hot and steamy.
Yeah.
Steamy. Because I like to walk in and just feel like, oh, I'm already warm. I do not like the feeling of walking into a shower cold. And then, so I wash my face, then I go back into my dark room, put the mirror on with the light. So I just have a little bit of light from the mirror, do my makeup. But the rest of the room's dark, I would have this separate radiator, right? Like, so there was the radiator that heated the room. But then there was the separate radiator that I had for the blight of winter when it was very cold in there. But I would put my clothes, my leg warmers and my my clothes, everything that I was going to wear on the radiator.
So they were warm.
So they were really toasty.
Mm-hmm.
So I do my makeup in the dark and my hair in the dark, just with this, just with this little light. Because again, I'm not ready.
Right.
I need
to face the world.
I'm not ready yet. I need to mentally prepare.
Right.
So then after that, bear in mind, I'm getting in the shower in a sec. So I had my makeup done.
Right.
And my hair.
So you went into the shower.
So then I would go into the shower, but I've already washed the face and stuff. But I would go into the shower and just do the rest of the body.
Right.
Don't know why I did it in that order. I'm coming to the conclusion I did that because I just didn't want to get out of bed yet.
Yeah, and maybe you needed to wait for the water to get boiling hot.
Yeah, but I'm thinking I did it like that because I just didn't want to wake up yet. And I was like, okay, this is like, I'm still up. I'm still getting on with stuff.
Yeah.
But
not really.
Not really. Then I would go do the shower. Then I'd be nice and toasty, come out, get my warm clothes. They'd be like really warm. So I put them on and be like, oh, that's nice. Then I would foam roll. And again, still not ready to wake up. So I would lie on the foam roller, like on the hip, and just allow my back to like really settle. And I would often fall asleep again on the foam roller, often, and lie back and like be like this.
And wake up.
Yeah, literally. I'd be like, oh no, and have like The Office on or something.
Yeah.
Or like the Chris Moore show.
Yeah.
And then still be in the dark, and slowly it's getting light outside. And I'd be like, okay, I should probably start to wake up now. So I'd be doing the foam roller and everything. And then it was time to have breakfast. So then I would go into the kitchen.
This is my favorite part of your morning routine.
Oh, nice. So I go into the kitchen and I would have quite a large glass of orange juice, a cup of Earl Grey tea with milk. Then I'd have a sachet of sweet cinnamon oats, 2 heaped tablespoons of flaxseed, bunch of raisins, banana, so like full on breakfast, and
almond butter or something like that. No,
that was later. That was lunch.
Nuts. Oh, right. Sorry.
She knows the routine.
I do.
So I'd have all that again in the dark. Just be watching telly, and maybe texting my mum. But for her, it was like 3 hours behind, so it was
early.
A bit early for her. It was like 8 a.m. in Russia. Then I get into my warm-up routine. So then I do all my exercises in my room. So I do my abs, glutes, hamstrings, back. I'd be like sweating. I'd be like actually sweating in the room. Be really feeling really good. Then do light stretching. But then I would, now there's probably like 45 minutes before class. So then go down to the studio, rush outside because you had to go out to go back in again. It was often like minus 15. So quickly out, quickly in. And then I do the more advanced stretches by the studio, my feet exercises, and then my final just prep, leg here, that kind of thing.
I remember this is when I showed up. Isabella
Suvi
was here. I was like, okay.
Yes, I remember. Yeah,
I was like, is it still attached?
Yeah.
I show up and Izzy's like,
yeah, you would show up literally as I was at the very pinnacle, the climax of my routine.
Always a foot near her face.
Always a foot. I was like, yeah, it's not quite on the carpet yet. It needs to be here. Yeah. Yeah, and then you would show up. Suvi would show up and be like, hi. Like that. And get your banana out.
Wait, was I like that?
Yeah.
Like,
you were very like,
again.
you had your slippers on, you're like, hello. And then you
not a care in the world.
Yeah. And then you would get your banana out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then be like, cool, it's time for breakfast. Bear in mind, I've had this whole morning. And I'm like, I've exercised, I've had this huge breakfast. I'm ready. And then as soon as she'd be like, hello. Then have a banana. And then what would you? A couple of TheraBand, bit of splits. I honestly don't know how you did that, Suvi. Those classes are intense. I don't know how you were physically prepared for that. You could not have been warm.
I wasn't. I figured I'll get warm.
Yeah, but honestly, often we had to have our legs by our ears from like the third exercise.
Yeah, see, I didn't. Just watch the exam.
No, but that was tough. Yeah, but I was like, wow, she's here. 10 minutes. I was kind of jealous that I mean, I was just kind of like, wow, she can just turn up and go and not be stressed out by that. When I was like
chilling.
when I was like, I've got to be almost sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah. What vibe did you get from me when I was like warming up? Oh, your
Like,
face has changed.
My
You were like this.
my vibe, because my vibe was like, I will try to stay out of her way and not talk to her and annoy her, because you were so like,
Oh my God, you're looking at the floor like I was some demon. You're like I just tried to stay out of her hair.
no,
You didn't want to bother. You're like this. Didn't want to bother her. Didn't want to annoy her.
Well, because you
Let
were
her
in
do
a
her thing.
zone. You are like leg here in a zone, ready to crush this class. You know?
Yeah, I had a.
I respected that. I was like,
Yeah, I did not want to waste time.
no, you did not.
Yeah, I was in a total zone.
You were in total zone. It was the most important part of your day, that class.
It was. After that, I was
Yeah.
actually quite chill.
Yeah. After that, you were a different person.
Really?
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's funny to hear from your perspective. That class was the most impressive. Like, the most intense thing for me.
I always looked at you like, man, she is insane in a good way, just because you worked so hard and you were so good. I would just, I showed up. You're in a crazy stretch, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm not jealous. I'm not like anything like that. I'm just in awe, and I'm like,
Yeah.
some of us are like that.
I mean, to be honest, remember, I think we often forget I was there 3 years before you.
Yeah.
So this was the 3rd year. So I'd already gone through that kind of time of almost doing class and figuring out what I needed to do.
Right.
So that 3rd year, someone, like, various people have said to me, like, basically like, we're going to give you time. You need to work your butt off, and this is what this life takes. Work.
Right.
Like, have you got it in you? You know how you're so determined?
Yes.
And you're like, I'm going to do this.
Yes.
And no, I'm not going to stop until I do it.
You were like
I
that.
basically had that. And nothing was more important.
And I wholeheartedly respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we did class.
Right.
Which was often in different ways.
Yes.
And it was, always ridiculously intense.
Tough.
I often
I want to say, even though I didn't do a crazy warm-up routine, in class I worked. Like, I could have...
No, you did. I'm just laughing at you justifying yourself. She did work really hard. We all did.
Yeah,
There was
everybody
kind of-
worked hard.
I mean, there was no...
You couldn't not work hard.
Yeah, there was no way we weren't. You did really well. Yeah.
But I tried.
Yeah, no, I mean, we all did, just to survive.
Yeah.
Just to, like, get a good was, like, a good day.
Yes.
But afterwards, I always had to, like, sit down on the sofa for, like, 15 minutes.
Did I sit? I sat with you, didn't I?
I think you did.
Yeah.
I think we sat down together, like,
Yeah.
like, another day,
Yeah.
another class done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we'd walk together back to the dormitory.
Slowly up the stairs, 4 flights of stairs.
Yeah, Larissa
Many
Petrovna
stairs.
would give us our key from the
Oh, that's
thing.
right. I didn't realize I forgot that.
Yeah.
Give us our
The
key.
gatekeeper
Yeah.
to the dormitory.
And she'd be like, Девушки! Do you remember? Девушки! Как дела?
Как дела?
Yeah, exactly. Really intense.
And then would start lunch routine for Izzy, apple routine for me.
Gosh, yeah.
So, well, yeah, tell us about your lunch.
So listen, okay, I know we're not going into this much, but
Yeah.
you've had a coffee.
Yeah.
And a banana.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And now for lunch, you're having an apple.
A big one, but yes.
I mean, Suvi.
It's, I
Not
can't
good.
recommend it. It's very dumb.
Yeah. Whereas I was like I was so thin, but I was having that full on breakfast. I often had a cereal bar as well before class
And a banana.
and half a banana. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I'd already had breakfast
Right.
hours ago. Then I came back and I had a protein shake. So I had a protein shake, berries.
Rye
It was
bread.
it was
with
my most favorite thing. It was like a proper full on smoothie, and then I had the
Yeah.
rye bread with the almond butter, cottage cheese, lettuce,
It looked
which
very
sounds a bit
good.
bizarre, but like it was really tasty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like an open sandwich.
Yeah.
Then after that, I used to cram down the raisins.
Yeah.
So many raisins,
And then
and
did
like
you take a nap?
yeah, I took a nap. I mean, I had a lot of food. I was full,
Yeah.
so I had a 20-minute nap, And then I often was really full from that meal because it was quite a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
And I had yogurt as well.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, don't know how you lasted on a huge, granted huge, but still just a huge apple.
Yeah.
Did you feel good?
No, but
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I went into the like living room area, and there was this little table that was the perfect size. Like the lower, kind of like this table has this lower level.
Yeah.
I would do my oversplits in that because I was determined to get oversplits. I didn't have oversplits before I came to Vaganova.
Yeah.
So I would
and
do.
Sidiko said you need to be more flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would do 5 minutes with the right leg there, 5 minutes with the left,
Yeah.
same with the side splits, and then same with the back leg.
I mean, I remember
oversplits.
she just like disappeared. She just went
Yeah,
into
I
the
just
living
went
room,
there.
door shut.
Yeah.
And I was
I
like, cool, that's it.
read my book and ate my honey crunch apple.
What was quite nice is we didn't have academics. So
Right.
all the Russian kids, they had a full-on day. They would get there really early, have academics, then do the ballet class, then have lunch, then have academics again. We had like a 2.5-hour break, didn't we?
Yeah. Although I was doing academics. I was doing high
Online.
school at the same time online. Yeah.
How was that for you? Like doing that at the same time?
Well, I usually tended to just do everything on the weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Like I was like, oh, today I should do this essay. And then I'd be like, I'll do it on Sunday.
Yeah. I didn't know you were doing it on Sunday.
Yeah.
I find it's funny because I realized how much the Russians were like doing that academics, but we were like so exhausted from that ballet class. I needed that hour-and-a-half break.
Right.
To
They
like
were
recover,
in like history class.
have a full-on lunch, have my nap. And yeah, I had a 20-minute nap and I was often like very drowsy afterwards. I would have my electrolyte drinks as well. Do you remember those powders?
Yeah.
And then off we went back to Pas de Deux maybe.
Yeah.
Or we had Zaklinski.
Zaklinski, or then when we didn't have Pas de
I
Deux,
really
we
liked
had...
him.
I know, he was the best.
He was so funny.
I know.
So funny, so nice. And
Yeah.
also whenever he turned with us,
I know.
we were
it
like,
was...
wee!
He
And I was like, oh, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, we'd walk back there together. Usually we went together. But when we didn't have Pas de Deux, did we have...
We would have like maybe character. Or we never started with practica, did we? It was never practica straight away when we did point with Sydney Cover again and solos. It was usually like Pas de Deux, I think, or character or modern.
No.
Modern?
No.
No.
But like the acting.
Acting was usually the last thing I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, and then practica sometimes.
Which was, again, stressful.
Yeah.
After everything else, I really loved character.
Me too.
I remember, though, when I first joined as well, doing character dance, it was kind of like, I loved it, but I was also like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Same.
The heels up, the heels down.
I know.
It was just like...
The first combination, I was like, what?
And they all really knew what they were doing. And Tarasova loved Katya. She was really in her element in that character class, yeah. Just letting... Because, you know,
you have to learn... Then you learn fast because nobody's like, don't worry, take it easy, just...
It's like, here's the combination.
Here's the combination, you better learn it.
And in character, the combinations didn't change.
No, yeah.
For like the whole year.
Yeah, we had the same combinations for like up until the exam.
Yeah, we just learned the whole combinations, which was interesting.
Yeah.
But I love doing the repertoire.
Me too.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then Pas de Deux was really nice with Zaklinski, but he often had bad hips. So he would like sit down. It was so funny. He looked like a big bear.
Yeah.
He was like sat down in splits, do you remember?
Yeah.
In a straddle with his big belly.
Yeah.
Well, he was a fabulous dancer.
I had actually not done a lot of Pas de Deux when I came to the Vaganova.
Yeah.
Because there weren't really many boys in Finnish ballet schools. So I was very inexperienced with that. And I had absolutely no idea what I was doing as well. And I just remember the first class, he's showing a combination. I was like, I can't. But I had a wonderful partner, Ernest.
You had Ernest?
Yes.
Who... Oh, you gotta say, Ernest.
We had a little thing.
Yeah, well, sort of.
Sort of, yeah.
Wait, did you actually go out?
No, but like...
I just remember, it was so funny. Ernest is so sweet. And he actually has danced with Marinsky for a bit. I don't know what he's doing now.
Yeah.
But he was like also one of the favorites, like one of the up and coming.
Yes.
And I remember him like shouting from a window in the dorms on the other side where the boys were going, Suvi, like this. And sometimes I became like the messenger.
Yeah.
The messenger boy.
But do you remember when
Isabella.
When he climbed in and I was in the shower?
No.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Climbed in from where?
The window or something.
I mean, definitely not the window.
Not the window.
I think he came in from the side.
From the side, but he got in from some window, like below.
Right. Yeah.
And he was wearing like a black leather coat down to the ankles, and I was like, eek. But yeah, basically he asked me if I want to be his girlfriend, and I remember I was a bit like, okay.
You said okay.
I think so. I can't really remember. I just remember when we had rehearsal at the Mariinsky for the Nutcracker. I was in the studio warming up, and he like came over and gave me a kiss on the cheek.
Oh.
And sat next to me to warm up, and I was like,
I guess we're a couple now.
yeah. And then he bought me a cream cake.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
And you were like, I only eat an apple.
I was just like, what am I supposed to do with this cake? No,
Yeah.
I didn't say that to him. I obviously said thank you. But yeah, I wasn't in a place for a relationship. I was just not in any way.
So it lasted what, a day? What happened?
Basically.
Did you say anything, or did you just phase out?
Kind of ghosted him, which was
Yeah.
not cool. But
You were like, I've got to do my oversplits.
yeah, I was like, I don't.
So you had
Imagine
Ernest
how
as a
different life
partner.
would have been if Ernest and I became a couple, and we got married.
Yeah, you
And
might
if
be
I
living
was
in a
with-
dacha.
I know.
Yeah.
Crazy times.
So
Anyway, so in part of their class, then
I remember him-
Ernest was like he wanted to be my partner. I think he had a crush on me already then.
yeah.
And he was like, "Can I be your partner?" Or like they were asked with that other guy like who was gonna be my partner.
Yeah.
And then we do this. It was à la seconde into penché. À la seconde pirouette into
pirouette,
penché.
yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't know. And he was such a good partner.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do anything. I suddenly found myself in a penché. I was suddenly back in arabesque. Suddenly I'm doing soutenu. Suddenly I'm being lifted. It was fantastic. He was an amazing partner.
Yeah, I remember watching him doing turns with anybody, anybody, and he was always fantastic at turning them. Whereas the other boys
So
were a
good.
bit like spin, spin, spin. Whereas he was like
was
turn, and he was
so
just
good.
holding. Yeah.
Turn and then just.
Yeah, he was excellent.
Yes.
Oh, so then after that, yeah, we'd have practica, then maybe acting, and then we finished around 6:30. Unless we were having rehearsals, you would often go to the foreigners rehearsal.
Yeah, I had foreigners rehearsal, and then Nutcracker time we would have Nutcracker rehearsal.
Yeah.
So I would have snow waltz, or I was covering flower waltz.
Yeah. So I think by the time you joined, I wasn't going to the foreigners rehearsal.
No, you weren't. Yeah. Oh, I just answered this like I'm on a.
You know what you just reminded me of? You reminded me of the Amber Heard trial just then. You were like, no, you weren't. You're just like,
No, ma'am.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
You're just like, and then you, and then like, you went, and you went to rehearsal. Yes, you did. You did go. Yeah, and I would practice for like 2 hours every night. I just found that very meditative. Like it took me,
It's a funny word.
yeah, it's quite hard to say.
Meditative.
Meditative. Yeah, it was just like time alone to process the corrections I'd had that day, which were often a lot, like a whole list. And I just needed to process that for myself so that the next day I knew what I was going to try to do and achieve
Right.
in front of Sydney Kova with her,
Right.
with her stress on us.
Right.
Yeah, I
And-
got addicted to that.
I went in my room and watched Friends.
Well, then
I remember walking past the studios. Isabella's rehearsing, and I was like,
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
just something I had to do.
yeah.
I had to do that at that time.
Yeah.
And then I came home and I had dinner, and this
Mhm.
was my process. Put the shower on again for like half an hour,
Mhm.
run to the kitchen, boil my broccoli, put my chicken or salmon in the oven, overcook the chicken by a good 20 minutes.
Always.
Have a shower at the same time the chicken was cooking. So it was definitely overcooked. Come back, try to gnaw into this very overcooked chicken, broccoli. Then I'd have this vanilla Alpra soya pudding. I'd
Mhm.
often have cereal as well after that. Like, honestly, I was always eating quite a lot. It
Well,
was really-
chicken and broccoli is like not a whole lot as a dinner.
No, it's not. So I'd have extra stuff. And then what would you have for dinner?
It would depend. Sometimes I would. Nobody wants to hear this. I had something stupid like carrots and like, I don't know, a pepper or something.
Objection. I'm joking.
Yeah. Sustained.
Yeah. So okay.
Yeah.
So
Something.
Suvi needed to sort out that situation,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah.
You needed to power those muscles, power up. Yeah. But we go through things.
We go through things.
And then we went to sleep. I went to sleep I stretched for a good hour and a half. That was
Oh
like
my
my
goodness.
downtime with watching The Office. And
Relaxing while you're stretching.
then, called my mum. And then I would go to sleep around 10.
Yeah, something like
And
that.
then we were like, night. And then we were like, night,
We went like this.
Night, Linda.
Good night, Charlotte.
Yeah, good night, Charlotte. Good
I
night,
don't know
Linda.
what that was about.
I don't know either. We came up
What?
with different names for each other.
For some reason, I called you Linda and you called me Charlotte.
Yeah,
I
we-
really
every
don't
night,
know
though.
why. I really don't know why.
Every night we said the goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye,
We went, bye, Suvi. Goodbye, Charlotte. Goodbye, Linda. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed hearing about our day in the life. We had different days, didn't we?
Yes.
We had different days. But we were together for just a year.
Yeah.
But we bonded for life.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, it's a very bonding experience when you go through something like so intense like that, and you're together day in, day out.
Yeah,
But we loved it.
we did.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it there. Despite
too.
the hardships and the hard times. It was great.
Friends for life.
Friends for life.
She's shaking my foot.
I'm
for those,
shaking the foot.
those of you who can't see.
Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments and let us know what you'd like to see from us next. And we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.